Shalom, Shalom, Call Halal, Yahawah Bahashim, Yahawashi. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Greatmillstone. GMS has the 100% truth according to the Bible. And I want to get to the lesson, talking about how this American army, how the army is become as women, or the men in 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 America, they have this feminine spirit, right? And that's just prophecy. There's even in the story where it's talking about there's 15,000 transgenders in the American military. Who gonna fight next to that? But America is Babylon the Great, and Babylon means confusion. So, but I'm gonna get straight into it. This is Jeremiah 50, and I'm gonna start at 28. The voice of them that flee and escape out of the land of Babylon, to declare in Zion the vengeance of the Lord our power, the vengeance of his temple. Because what they took us over, they took over the Israelites, destroyed us as a people. They had that perpetual hatred for us. 29. Call together the archers against Babylon, all ye that bend the bow. Camp against it round about, let none thereof escape. Recompense her according to her work, according to all that she hath done, do unto her. For she hath been proud against the Lord, against the Holy One of Israel. Therefore shall her young men fall in the streets, and all her men of war shall be cut off in that day, saith the Lord. Behold, I am against thee, O thou most proud, saith the Most High of hosts. For thy day is come, the time that I will visit thee. And the most proud shall stumble and fall, and none shall raise him up. And I will kindle a fire in his cities, and it shall devour all round about him. Talking about those ICBMs, those nuclear missiles. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together. Yes, that's prophecy. Oppressed over here in the Americas. And all they that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go, even to this day. Their Redeemer is strong. The Lord of hosts is his name. He shall thoroughly plead their cause, that he may give rest to the land and disquiet the inhabitants of Babylon, right? Because he has to cleanse the land by those that I can get it, Numbers 35 and 33. So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. So the Most High is gonna even it out by destroying these chiefly the Edomites, destroying all these people in Babylon, right? Because what did they do to the Native Americans? What did they do to what's the Native American, the tribe of Gad, the tribe of Reuben? What they do to the southern kingdom, right? Judah, Benjamin, Levi, all the tribes, the northern kingdom, right? And what they doing to us right now? Jeremiah 50 verse 34. Their Redeemer is strong. The Lord of hosts is his name. He shall thoroughly plead their cause, that they may give rest to the land and disquiet the inhabitants of Babylon. A sword is upon the Chaldeans, saith the Lord, and upon the inhabitants of Babylon, and upon her princes, and upon her wise men. A sword is upon the liars, and they shall dote. A sword is upon her mighty men, and they shall be dismayed. A sword is upon their horses, and upon their chariots, and upon all the mingled people that are in the midst of her. Yeah, because it's the melting pot. And they shall become as women, right? So they're going to be, in those days, they're going to be wailing. They're going to be just going ham, just, crying and such. A sword is upon her treasures, and they shall be robbed, right? Everything that was gathering ain't going to make it. Everything that they was working for and working on ain't going to make it. All the clothes they was getting, well, there ain't going to be no more clothes. It's going to be fire. But that was the point right there, where it says, and they shall become as women, right? And the woman is the weaker vessel, right? And now I'm going to go to Jeremiah 51 and 25, right? And then go down. Behold, I am against thee, O destroying mountain, saith the Lord, which is talking about Babylon the Great, which destroys all the earth. And I will stretch out my hand upon thee, and roll thee down from the rocks, and will make thee a burnt mountain. And they shall not take of thee a stone for a corner, nor a stone for foundation, because thou shalt be desolate forever, saith the Lord. Set ye up a standard in the land, blow the trumpet among the nations, prepare the nations against her, call together against her the kingdoms of Ararat, Menai, Ashkenaz, appoint a captain against her, cause the horses to come up as the rough caterpillars. And that's talking about World War III. Prepare against her the nations with the kings of the Medes, the captains thereof, and all the rulers thereof, and all the land of his dominion. Right? And the land shall tremble and sorrow, for every purpose of the Lord shall be performed against Babylon, to make the land of Babylon a desolation without inhabitant. And that's going to happen. And that's going to happen real soon. Right? Let me see if I can hold something real quick. And this is talking about those missiles. This is Revelation 9. And this is 16. And the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000, right? And which is really talking about 200 million. And I heard the number of them. And thus I saw the horses in the vision, and them that sat on them having breastplates of fire, and of jacinth, and brimstone, and the heads of the horses were as the heads of lion, and out of their mouths issued fire and smoke and brimstone. Right. See. Here real quick. So back going over here, Jeremiah 51 and 29, and the land shall tremble and sorrow, for every purpose of the Lord shall be performed against Babylon, to make the land of Babylon a desolation without an inhabitant. The mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight, they have remained in their holds, their might hath failed, they became as women. They have burned her dwelling places, her bars are broken. One post shall run to meet another, and one messenger to meet another, to show the king of Babylon that his city is taken at one end. Right? and that the passages are stopped, and the reeds they have burned with fire, and the men of war are frightened. For thus saith the Lord of hosts, the power of Israel, the daughter of Babylon is like a threshing floor. It is time to thresh her, yet a little while, and the time of her harvest shall come. Right, and that's coming real soon right now. So let me go to Nahum chapter 3, and starting at 11. Thou also shalt be drunken, thou shalt be hid, thou shalt thou also shalt seek strength because of the enemy. Right, but they're trying to fight against the Lord. All thy strongholds shall be like fig trees with the first ripe figs. If they be shaken, they shall even fall in the mouth of the eater. Behold, thy people in the midst of thee are women. The gates of thy land shall be set wide open unto thy enemies. The fire shall devour thy bars, because there ain't going to be no protection from these missiles, right? The defense system ain't going to work. Draw thee waters from the siege, fortify thy strongholds, go into clay and tread the mortar, make strong the bricklin. There shall the fire devour thee, the sword shall cut thee off, it shall eat thee up like the cankerworm. Make thyself many as the cankerworm, make thyself many as the locust. Thou hast multiplied thy merchants above the stars of heaven. That can only be talking about America. The cankerworm spoileth and fleeth away. Thy crowned are as the locusts, and thy captains as the great grasshoppers, which camp in the hedges in the cold day. But when the sun arises, they flee away, and their place is not known where they are. Thy shepherds slumber, O king of Assyria. Thy nobles shall dwell in the dust. Thy people are scattered upon the mountains, and no man gathereth them. There is no healing of thy bruise, thy wound is grievous. All that hear the bruit of thee shall clap their hands over thee. For upon whom hath not thy wickedness passed continually? Go. I want to read this because this whole chapter is some meat right here. This is Isaiah 47. I'm going to end it with this. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground, there is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Take the millstones and grind meal. Uncover thy locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yet thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance. I will not meet thee as a man. As for our Redeemer, the Lord of hosts is his name, the Holy One of Israel. Sit thou silent and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called the Lady of Kingdoms. I was wroth with my people, I have polluted my inheritance, and given them into thine hand. Thou didst show them no mercy. Upon the ancient hast thou verily heavily laid thy yoke. And thou saidst, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst remember the latter end of it. Therefore hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures, that dwellest carelessly, that sayest in thine heart, I am, and none else besides me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. But these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day, the loss of children and widowhood, that shall come upon thee in their perfection, for the multitude of thy sorceries, and for the great abundance of thine enchantments. For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, thou hast said, none seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it hath perverted thee. And thou hast said in thy heart, I am, and none else besides me. Therefore shall evil come upon thee. Thou shalt not know from whence it riseth, and mischief shall fall upon thee. Thou shalt not be able to put it off, and desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know. Stand now with thine enchantments, and with the multitude of thy sorceries. wherein thou hast labored from thy youth, if so be thou shalt be able to profit, if so be thou mayest prevail. Thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee. Behold, they shall be as stubble, the fire shall burn them, they shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame. There shall not be a coal to warm at, nor fire to sit before it. Thus shalt they be unto thee with whom thou hast labored, even thy merchants from thy youth. They shall wander every one to his quarter, none shall save thee. So, once they call hello Yahawah by Hashem Yahawashi, right, these prophecies are coming to pass. Israel is in the news, right? It was just on CNN. And these prophecies are coming to pass. And like one of the elders, when the elders was talking about GMS Las Vegas, it's really in these times we're gonna see who's really down, is who's really gonna be an Israelite in these times. Because when I first saw that the video of Israelites being on CNN and stuff, all I thought was the persecution is coming, and that's a fact. So hey, this is even when America's destroyed, we're still gonna be Israelites. The if you go down, if you're from the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and the 12 patriarchs, you're still gonna be an Israelite when you get into the kingdom, right? But the elect have obtained that which ye seek it for, roughly paraphrasing, right? So that's what it's saying. Examine yourselves and count the cost, right? Because what everybody's trying to go against the ways of the Most High, but we know now why these things are happening. We're being prudent, right? We're reading, getting the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and praying, fasting, holding fast to the words of this of the sound doctrine, right? Believing in Yahawah, believing in Yahawashi, and knowing that these things have to come to pass, right? They have to come to pass before we get into the kingdom, and we're living in those times. So I want to say, call hello Yahawah by Hashem Yahawashi, and Shalom.